Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Your Excellency, Mr. Abdulkadir Iraru, Minister of Infrastructure and Transport of the Republic of Turkey, Your Excellencies, Ministers in charge of Transport and Heads of Delegation, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm here to read the speech of His Excellency, the Secretary-General of OIC, who has not been able to attend this meeting for reasons beyond his control, and this is his message. It is a distinct honor and privilege for me to address the second OIC Conference of Transport Ministers, which is holding in this historic and beautiful city of Istanbul. I wish to express my profound appreciation to His Excellency Mr. Recep Tayyip Erdogan, President of the Republic of Turkey, for the unwavering support and commitment to the OIC programs, especially in the economic domain. Let me also extend my sincere appreciation to the government and people of the Republic of Turkey through His Excellency Mr. Abdulkadir Iraru, Minister of Infrastructure and Transport of the Republic of Turkey, for the excellent arrangements made to ensure the success of this conference and for the traditional great hospitality extended to all delegations and participants. As you may recall, the first conference of OIC transport ministers was held in Istanbul in 1987 and discussed how to boost connectivity among OIC member states through realization of joint transport projects. The conference set out a number of measures in the areas of road, air, railway, and maritime transport to improve connectivity between OIC countries. The conclusions at that meeting were meant to be the foundation for the actual takeoff of our joint action in this area. Unfortunately, for now 39 years, there were no follow-up conferences to build on this foundation. In this context, I believe that our today's conference is a great initiative for which I wish to immensely thank the Republic of Turkey and all member states that have come to attend this conference. It is my hope that this conference will adopt an appropriate decision of creating a follow-up mechanism for the implementation of its resolutions. It's also my hope that given the critical role that transport plays in the socio-economic development of our member states, there will be a consensus that henceforth this important ministerial conference should be held biannually on a regular basis. The theme of our today's conference, which is strengthening transport connectivity to deepen fraternity among OIC member states, is both timely and very relevant for the OIC. In an increasingly interconnected world, deepening fraternal relationships among the OIC member states that are spread across 4 continents cannot be easily achieved without robust, resilient, integrated, and efficient transport networks. The fact that, by and large, we still have weak transport connectivity among our countries emphasizes the significance of this conference for the overall desire of fast-tracking the economic and social development of the OIC member states. I therefore hope that our deliberations today will give rise to a greater understanding of the challenges that we all face, the policy options available to address the challenges, and the concrete steps that can be taken to strengthen transport connectivity among our countries through greater intra-OIC cooperation and coordination of efforts in this domain. Your Excellencies and distinguished delegates, the OIC member states occupy 1/5 of the global land area spread in 4 continents and 1/4 of the world's total population. This makes the movement of people and goods very crucial for expanded intra-OIC trade relations, wealth creation, investment promotion, and increased economic welfare for the citizens of our countries. Notwithstanding the enormous human, natural, and material resources in our countries, the diverse geographical characteristics provide natural constraints to closer economic cooperation. The mobilization of these resources for the purpose of reaping the comparative advantages within the OIC countries is, in many ways, constrained by the absence of efficient transport networks. The transport data indicate that transportation infrastructure in the OIC member states, with the exception of a few countries, is not keeping pace with the demands or the needs of their economies, and their transportation networks as a whole remain below the world average. Excellencies, distinguished delegates, in this context, we all need to develop an OIC transport cooperation framework which will specify certain cooperation modalities, programs, and actions to be implemented collectively by the member states and the relevant OIC institution. There is also need for harmonized policies and standards to be followed as we strive to build an integrated transport system for our member states. In addition, we must harness the benefits of emerging technologies, digital logistics, artificial intelligence, and smart mobility systems that are rapidly transforming the transport landscape across countries. Allow me also to highlight the OIC Dakar-Port Sudan Railway project, which is considered crucial to enhancing connectivity, trade facilitation, increased productivity, and competitiveness in OIC member states, 27 of which are located on the African continent. This ambitious project, which is aimed at linking the East-West corridor of Africa to the outside world, is proposed to extend along 10,100 kilometers and is to pass through 7 OIC countries with links from 6 others. There is no doubt that the successful implementation of the OIC Dakar-Port Sudan Railway project would strengthen regional cooperation among OIC African member states and promote intra-OIC trade, tourism, as well as economic development through coordinated development of the transport network. Despite its obvious great importance, this project has stalled for 18 years since it was approved in 2008. I hope that this conference will adopt an appropriate decision for the speedy execution of this important railway project, as well as other transport projects in our countries. As we engage in discussions over today, let us focus on actionable practical strategies that will lead us towards enhancing connectivity among OIC member states. We have a lot to do and catch up on. While others have gone to the moon and came back and are now having regular missions to stations located in outer space, in many of our countries, we are still struggling to go to the villages and rural areas of our countries. It doesn't have to be and shouldn't be this way. We definitely can and should do better. I am confident that under this renewed initiative and under the chairmanship of Turkiye, the OIC Conference of Transport Ministers will strive over the next 2 years and will move OIC transport cooperation towards the desired future that is seamlessly connected. As I conclude, permit me to reaffirm the commitment of the OIC General Secretariat to continue working closely with Your Excellencies in supporting your efforts towards developing the transport sector in member states and enhancing connectivity amongst them. I wish you great liberations and thank you for your kind attention. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.